Yeah, you're in the
Same.
screen.
Tom 273, professional presentations. Yes? Okay. Welcome everybody to my presentation today. I'm Samantha Sullivan. I will be presenting on failure. So to start off with, I'd like to start off with a story. When I was younger, I had a... Why are you doing this to me? I'm sorry! Wrong one. There we go. Ah! Okay. I had an assignment I had to give in science. It was a monthly project that I knew was coming from the day. It was a science. And I thought, like every other assignment I'd done before that I could get it done the night before. But when I tried to get it done the night before, it didn't work. Who would have thought, right? I tried to get it done the night before, couldn't do it, walked into class the next day without a project in my hands. A lot of the students hadn't turned in their project also, so the teacher wasn't having a very good day. When it got to my table, normally I had my project, but I told him I didn't have my project that day. He gave me this very sad, disappointed look, marked a big old F on my paper, and walked away. It was very, very, thank you. It was very hard for me to wrap my mind around this. I mean, I'd been a good student before this. I'd never had anyone look at me that way before. It was like the eye of Sauron glaring at me from the top of Mount Doom. Or it was my mom very disappointed in me for not having worked on this project like I said I would. Failure is something that we all come across every day. It's not a surprise that we all mess up in one way or another. It's like shooting at a target and missing every single time. Sometimes it takes multiple tries to get something right. But with failure, we can turn it into something that will better benefit us and help us become a better person. You can use failure to become a better person by doing 3 things. And those 3 things are developing humility, growing and learning, and using humor to learn from your situation. So let's start off with the first one, which is humility. According to Merriam-Webster, humility is the state of being that when you believe that you are no better than anybody else. And we really know better than anybody else. We're all humans, we all make mistakes. So this isn't surprising, right? It's coming to realize that just because you've had success in the past doesn't mean that you're going to have success in the future. The 2 hands don't necessarily go together. It's also, imagine this. You're standing in a hallway and you're trying to open this door so you can get into a room. And you're trying very hard to open this one door, but nothing seems to be working. And you eventually give up and you step back and go, wait a second, there were 3 other doors and that one's already open. How did I miss that? It's failure that gives you the proper perspective on success, according to Ellen DeGeneres, famous talk show host. Pretty well respected character. So speaking of perspective and failure, I'd like to show you this video.
T-Dog got straight up owned by that linebacker. He was more like T-Puppy.
Oh man, that's cold. That's cold like...
He couldn't think of anything to say. Hashtag fail.
Man, you wouldn't know failure if it hit you over the head.
Wait. Are you saying I've never failed?
Yeah. It's like you're all successful and stuff.
What?
You ain't never failed, man. You're all like, oh, I'm gonna try this new thing. Oh, got it right the first time. Guess I won't learn about perseverance.
Are you trying to make me feel bad for how good I am at things?
Yeah, man. You always get what you want without having to work for it because you're naturally gifted. Your talents have enfeebled you.
Sounds like they just make me awesome.
Hey man, maybe you should just admit that, you didn't mean to say that thing about failure and like move
No,
on.
I meant what I said. He's never been touched by failure's refining fire. He's missed out on character growth. How's he supposed to relate to people, man? Life is hard. I fail every dang day. I'm failing right now because my grammar be all incorrect. Failure's making my future bright like the sun.
My success just brings me confidence, bro. How's that a bad thing? thing.
I'll tell you why it's bad, because one day you're going to fail for the first time. It's going to crush you like a soda can, man. You're going to be like, what is this feeling? I don't like it. Trying is hard. I quit.
Maybe I'll never fail.
Okay, there's a good life goal. I'm sure that'll serve you real well when you get to college.
I just won't take classes I can't handle.
So to avoid failure, you'll avoid personal growth? What's going to happen, though? The fear of failure will constipate your dreams. The most interesting part of your life has already happened.
I don't understand why this is making sense.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure you lost this one, man.
No, I failed. I didn't win.
I won. No.
Brought up several very good points in there. So we saw in there that failure doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, nor is success always a good thing. Because sometimes you want to be touched by failure's refining fire. Am I right?
I don't want to be constipated.
Very good point, sir. Very good point. So let's talk about the next point that he brought up in there. Learning. You want to develop some character growth, right? So failure can help shape us like potter shapes his clay to become a dish. It can help us become who we want to be, develop character traits that we want to develop, and better understand the world around us. We can learn to work better, we can learn to work harder, and we can learn to work smarter if we allow ourselves to grow from our failures. If I hit a brick wall, I'm going to learn to build a better ladder, to walk around the wall, or to tear down the wall. Alright? Okay, I've got a question. How many people here know of someone famous who has used failure and become better for it? Shout them out.
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein, that's a very good one.
Rocky Balboa.
That's an excellent one. Got a specific one in mind I'm going to share with you. Any one of you ever heard of Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb?
Yeah, that's
Olivia has. Way to go, Liv. Okay. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, as most of us, if not all of us, know. It's helping me present this presentation. It's helped us see in the dark. A light bulb was a pretty big thing, but Thomas Edison didn't get there because he was naturally gifted. He got there through a lot of failure and a lot of trial and error. He learned to work better, harder, and smarter from his failures. Surprise! Failure can also help us get jobs. What is this, you may ask? I've never heard of this idea. It's actually a very good one. How many of you have been in a job interview? Several of you. Okay, excellent, excellent. When you're in a job interview, your potential employer might ask you, so tell me about a time that you have failed. Tell me about a time that things didn't go your way. You're sitting there going, what kind of question is this? I thought I was supposed to tell you how successful I am. The reason they ask questions like this is because they want to get a feel for how you react to failure. Can you even acknowledge that you failed? Can you turn around and become better for it? What kind of an employee are you going to be when faced with failure? Another reason they ask you these things is because they wonder, if you've never failed, have you ever really succeeded before? Why would they want to hire an employee who's not willing to try hard things so they can get big rewards? I'm going to talk to this potential customer who could bring in a lot of money, but I'm afraid of failing. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. I wouldn't want to hire an employee like that. Sometimes the best way to learn to succeed, though, is not to allow yourself to learn. Well, it is allowing yourself to learn and grow. But one of the most important ways you can learn and grow is by using humor, letting out a good laugh. So let's talk about humor. Humor is something we all see in situations every day. We've all heard how laughter is physically healthy, right?
Yeah.
It helps. It can make your organs work better when you laugh. Even if it's a fake laugh, I've found out. Laughter is also good because in a social situation, who doesn't want to hang out with the person who's laughing all the time? Who likes to laugh? Everyone raise their hands. Good job. I'm so proud of you all. Why didn't you raise your hand, sir? Okay, never mind. So failure is physically physically healthy and socially healthy. Fun fact though, laughing at yourself, not just at others, can also be very healthy. Why is laughing at yourself healthy? I'll tell you why laughing at yourself is healthy. Laughing at yourself will help you shift perspective. If I'm facing something that's really, really hard and it's right in my face, laughing allows me to take a step back and go, you're a lot smaller and less annoying than I thought you were. Who would have thought? Laughter can also help you de-stress. As we've said before, laughing helps make your organs work better, but laughing also releases endorphins in your brains that boost your chemical levels so you feel happier and better. Failure also will help you release inhibitions and let go of defensiveness. As I'm standing up here, if I laugh, even if it's a fake one, remember? Very fake. But it helps me release inhibitions, which just means I'm not going to hold back as much, and I'm going to let go of defensiveness. I'm going to be more willing to share stuff with you, and more willing to make a fool of myself, as you can already tell. Another reason humor works with failure so well, you get some great stories out of there. Dude, did you hear about that time that I totally tripped and fell on my face? Bruises for months. That was awesome. Not really. But stories like that. So, in conclusion, failure is something that we all face every day, but we can turn it so we can learn and grow from our experiences and become a better person. We can do that by developing humility, learning and growing, and using humor to allow ourselves to become better. So, final lesson from the story I told earlier. One thing that I learned is to not let myself procrastinate like I did. I learned from my failure and not turning in my assignment, and I've become a lot better at doing my assignments earlier, getting help that I need, and letting the teacher know ahead of time if I have any problems, because I've already worked on it ahead of time. Now the question remains, when you're faced with a challenge and you've got possibly a failure, what will you do differently? Thank you. Before you turn off the camera, will you show the audience?
Okay,
Such a good presentation, don't be afraid to clap. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.